I know. Everybody gives me that look. And I'm like, but I've seen, like, Game of Thrones. And they're like, oh, well, all right.
But listen, just completely opposite, but also, like, the same because it's beautiful. Mad Men is awesome. Please take your time, watch it. And as a businesswoman, and you are crazy enough, like me, to start new businesses in 2021, is that the plan? Or what's going on?
They're started now.
Oh, shit. Talk about them. What's going on?
Okay, so right now, the first business I have is with my best friend and my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
We're called Third Shift Realities. And so we're an RPG company / LARPing company.
RPG.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're 3 GMs that will potentially run things for people right now. So right now we're virtually doing stuff. So we have a channel called Tooth and Claw, which is the Chronicles of Darkness show, which is on Twitch. You can find us on Third Shift Reality Plays.
Okay, slow down because you're talking. So shout out.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Shout out. Go ahead. Do it again.
Okay.
What's it called?
Third Shift Reality Plays.
All right.
Like when I talk geek, I get really geek.
Okay, let's go. I'll go geek all day. Let's go.
Geek all over you is what's going to happen.
We're going to do some Dungeons and Dragons talk. You know that.
Jesus.
That's good.
Okay. Great. All right.
But go ahead. Talk about the RPG.
So Chronicles of Darkness is the one that we're doing right now.
Okay.
It has 2 different shows on it. So there's one with William Ravlo.
Okay.
Which is played by like a vampire. So it's and then the other one is the Artemis Pendergast show, which is from a werewolf's point of view. Yes. And then there's a third one, which I'm responsible for and my best friend are responsible for. It's totally raunchy and awful. We dress up as 80-year-old women playing Dungeons and Dragons. And we make it as perverted and as raunchy and as sexy as possible. I think the last time I had an orgy in a cave.
Oh, my God. 80-year-old orgy.
Yes. So, like, I play this 80-year-old, very curmudgeon-y, grumpy Scottish woman named Mavis.
Okay.
And then my friend plays a very, like, raunchy, foul-mouthed Southern belle named Edie. And we just, like, have this whole back and forth going on. And so every game, I'm playing the game, so she's a GM. And every game, we have all of the people on the Twitch chat just tell me what I'm supposed to do, down to should I kiss this woman or man? Because I'm like loud and proud bisexual.
Okay.
On the show. I mean, I'm bisexual in real life. So it's not far off from the tree, but yes.
Cheers.
Thank you. But so I play this bisexual woman, and so I either decide if I'm going to interact with a very sexy, blessed woman, pirate lady, or if I'm going to make out with Chief Samosas, which is a play off of Jason Samoa. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. My brain goes to, do you like Black Mirror? Did you ever watch all the Black Mirrors, by the way?
I like all the Black Mirrors.
Okay. Did you see the one with the video game one on the 3rd season? The two guys that went on that we don't want to talk about it, but we have to talk about it because it's so good. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, that was such an episode that and I can see what you're trying to. I like that. I like what you're trying to do. Like you are experiencing that in the virtual world.
Oh yes,
yeah.
And it's absolutely hilarious. And now we have like a new saying that every single time when we come on the show, we say hello to fellatio. So that's what we open up with.
Jesus,
and people are just dying.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious. I love it. So that was the second time that I played Dungeons and Dragons because I've played Pathfinder. I also play Ultimate Werewolf, which is one of my favorite.
Okay,
LARPing
so
games.
I don't listen. I know Dungeons and Dragons. I love Dungeons and Dragons. All right. In fact, my best friend is actually a dungeon master. All right, I'm just gonna say that.
Oh shit!
Pretty
Are you
proud.
on campaign right now?
Pretty proud. But what was the last thing you said? What was the other one you said?
Ultimate Werewolf. So
what
that's
the fuck
not.
is that?
I'll tell you.
All right.
Okay. Ultimate Werewolf is more like a LARPing game.
Okay.
So you have these villagers, and you have werewolves. You have a seer. You have a lichen, which is almost a werewolf.
Lichen,
yeah. I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Like.
And then you have kind of like a GM that's called like a mediator.
Okay.
And so you make everybody go to sleep at night. The werewolves wake up, and they just fucking point to whoever they want to kill off. And then that person's dead. So
what?
You have to figure out where the werewolves are before they take over everybody and they eat everybody.
No.
So I always make it really
Is
gruesome.
it set up like D&D kind of?
No,
what?
it's no dice roll, no nothing. It's kind of like playing Mafia.
Oh, no. I don't know that. Explain that right now because I want to hear that. Talk to me.
So it's kind of like Werewolf where you make all of the mobsters go to sleep at night
Okay.
And the mob boss like kills off somebody, and you have to figure out why or who the mob boss killed off and who the mob boss is.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there's no dice roll. It's literally just.
You just decide. You fucking decide who's going to die.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
great, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Because I'm a fucking werewolf shark. Because everyone looks at me and they're like, oh, look at the sweet little goth girl. And I'm like, and then kill them off. And they're like, we can't decide who is the werewolf. This really tall, very like menacing tall guy who's sitting here looking at us, or this really cute girl. And I'm like, I would never kill anybody. And they never sense me. And then I'm like, I was a werewolf. And they're like, God fucking damn it.
So is it kind of like Clue in the sense? Like you're trying to guess who is it like that sense? Like, oh, very cool. Yeah, I've never played that. That sounds super fucking fun, actually. So in other words, you try to like elude people to think that you're not that person or what?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Misdirection.
Yes. And you can be put on trial. You can be put on trial with the rest of the villagers. And so all they do is they like raise their hands and they're like, J'accuse! And we're like, oh fuck. And then you have to like be like, this is why I'm not the werewolf.
So how many people are in the game?
It can be up to 30 people. Like fucking people play it at Gen Con and Origins.
No shit.
Yes. And they'll last hours.
No shit.
People are like dipping out to get Dunkin' Donuts and coming back and they're like, I'm still here. And they'll have somebody else take their place, like in the chair. Yeah, it's great.
So is that like okay? So is that going to transfer to 3D goggle shit? Is that
it already is.
It already is. It's already there.
Is. Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds crazy as shit.
I know. I never played the werewolf on the PS4.
Okay.
But that's where you can play it. I've played.
See, the problem is I'm an Xbox guy. Don't hate me.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
don't
It's
hate
okay.
me.
I won't judge you too much
I
because I
know.
used to be an Xbox player. I used to have the Halo parties. I was the one that everybody hated. I was the fucking sniper that would sit there at the
I was a
top of the
rocket
building.
sauce guy. I was a rocket sauce guy.
Yes.
I do the rockets.
So what was famous skirmish?
Oh shit! Obviously, their early Halo, like early Halo was the best. Like
Yes.
yeah, right, early Halo.
Like fucking King of the Hill.
Oh, king of the fucking
the flag.
Lindsay, we got to talk. So here's the deal. Back in the day, for all you youngins out there, we used to have a house, and I used to like.
You had a house? Okay.
Yeah, we had a house. But we used to. You run the network. We run CAD 5s, and we put them in different rooms, right?
Yes, that's what we did.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly, right.
Mountain Dew and Cheetos and like honey buns all night.
Just Halo it up.
Yeah, fucking Halo it up. You're like foaming at the mouth by like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Ready to,
Oh God,
yes.
so
Your
angry.
thumbs
So
are just like at the end of the day.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. They say piano people have it, but I guess it's a new thing for gamers now.
No, they had the gamer gloves. I have gamer gloves now. Because let me tell you, when you play Mortal Kombat,
Oh shit.
fucking thumbs.
Oh
I
shit.
X-ray that shit so much.
Oh, shit.
Like both of my knuckles are like, we can't do shit anymore. So
Mortal Kombat. And have you seen the new Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge? By the way, any chance?
no.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna when we leave this, I'll text it to you.
Okay,
It's
okay.
if you like Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge is fantastic.
Get over here.
Get over here. They even do that. So that's okay. All right, so let's go back to this. So what's the other? You got we're going to go back to Dungeons and Dragons, obviously. But what's the other job you got going on?
Okay, so I'm a wellness coach.
Okay.
So I'm a big advocate for body image
Okay.
as far as like loving your body the way it is.
Amen.
Yeah. Because I still do have body dysmorphia problems. I've had it ever since I was about 12 or 13 years old.
Okay.
And so I just really wanted to try to put a different spin on how to become healthy instead of paying attention to the scale or paying attention to your dress size or paying attention to what you see on Instagram or Facebook, but actually learning how to love yourself. And the only way that you can love yourself is not by, doing all these workouts and getting all this expensive makeup and all that jazz. It's actually working from the inside out.
Absolutely.
So learning where your body hate comes from, learning where your triggers are coming from, and then trying to take those apart one piece at a time.
Right.
So I try to work with my clients to come up with coping mechanisms that work for them. It's catered for them. Whatever their weaknesses are, whatever their triggers are, their anxieties are, we try to come up with a 5-step program for them to be able to work from the inside out to be able to learn how to love themselves. And that includes people who have been in really abusive relationships, because I have. So and that takes a huge toll on basically your confidence and how you think of yourself and how you see yourself. Like, your vision of yourself is so warped that it takes years to come back from that. And you could go to personal trainers as much as you want to, but what would you prefer? Would you prefer to have someone sitting beside you and being like, okay, let's take apart why you feel that you are not good enough, or why you feel that you are quote unquote ugly, versus a personal trainer being like, get on the treadmill, do 5 minutes of run. No, it's a waste of time. Like, I'm not saying that personal trainers aren't great. They are absolutely fucking great, but personal trainers should come after you learn how to love yourself first. Because you can push yourself till the day is gone, but until you learn how to love yourself, that voice is still going to be there, and it's going to come in the middle of the night and just tell you you're not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, listen, we didn't choose our parents, you know,
No.
and we didn't choose to be born. We just were born, and we have our parents' DNA, so we look like we look.
We look like we look.
We look like
Absolutely.
we look, period. And no matter what, diet and health and exercise is super important, but no matter what, our eye color and our skin color and our hair color is because our parents had sex. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. Yeah. So don't hate it for that, and don't hate your parents for that either.
Absolutely.
Like, don't. So, but like, that's wonderful. So do you actually sit with these people and hang out with them? And
I wish I could hang out with them, but because of, COVID and the world is going to hell in a handbasket and a dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire 2020. I work with my clients virtually. I do have one client that is very close to the family that I work with, where, I actually go on walks with her, and I bring her out of her house and take her into nature. So she's a part of my safety pod of people. But other than that, I work virtually with people, across the United States. I even have one that's located in Russia right now.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's so fucking cool that we can do that. I know there's a lot of hate going on with blah, 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 like transferring knowledge between countries, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But that sounds cool.
It's really cool. And it took a lot for me to get there, as far as like using the video, because I am the most awkward llama out there. And so like I use that to my advantage, and I'm like, I am not polished, I am not professional, I have the mouth of a well-educated sailor, and I'm very, very blunt. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, but I'm also not going to be like, move, fat ass. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But I try to present myself as like every woman, or an every person.
Right.
And I try to come at them with being more of like a person that they can confide in, a person that they could see that, I do not go to the tanning salon. I don't need to. I do not, wear like the highest end Lululemon pants. No, I'm fucking sitting in there with like my cut up Star Wars t-shirt and a pair of maybe like some roll up leggings that we used to wear in ballet. Right. And I'm sitting there and I'm doing it with you. Like, I literally showed one of my friends that is one of my clients how to run lightly on their feet. They're like, I don't know what you mean. And I'm like, have you ever read Born to Run? And they're like, what's Born to Run? I'm like, it's about the tribe that's like the Tarahumara tribe who runs like this. They run really light on their feet. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Yes. That's like, where you got to go. You really do. That's where you got to go. You really do.
She's like, yes, I've seen Jurassic Park. And I'm like, cool. You seen the Velociraptors? And she's like, yes. And so I got up and I literally showed her how a Velociraptor runs. And I was like, run light like this. Run like a Velociraptor. Be the Velociraptor. And so every single time she runs now, she's like, I am the Velociraptor. And I will make these miles today.
It's how you motivate people. It's kind of like what you were saying earlier. Like, it reminded me, like, from Fight Club. You were like, I'm not the clothes I wear. I'm not the house I'm in. I'm not the things I buy. No. You know what I mean? You are who you are.
I am who I am.
You are who you are, and that's awesome. And also, like, literally, I just met you. Like, thank you, Maddie, my producer. I love Maddie. Andrew.
Hey, Maddie.
Andrew's
He's
awesome.
Cool guy.
Maddie, he's awesome. I just met you earlier, and I totally love your confidence. I think it's beautiful. So don't stop. It sounds like you're doing a fantastic job helping out people. So don't stop.
Thank you very much.
All right. So let's go back to D&D.
Yes, of course. And I should say, D&D is what got my body confidence.
Oh, go. Tell me.
So my boyfriend showed me this little picture on the Facebook and it was of a tiefling.
Okay.
And it was this beautiful painting of a tiefling with...
Okay, real quick, pause. Tell everybody out there what tiefling is.
Oh, I'm sorry. What a tiefling is.
What a tiefling is.
What a tiefling. Okay, so a tiefling is a woman, usually a woman, but sometimes a man, who has horns and who has a tail. They're kind of part demon, and they have hooves, or sometimes they don't have hooves. But like this woman in particular had a very shapely hips, very small breast, a tail, and very big brown eyes. And she had kind of like a titanish skin like me, and she had red hair, and she had very fiery. And I was like, that's me. And he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm a tiefling. And he's like, yeah, you are. I was like, she has big hips, because you usually see like the gladiator type women that like wear the armor that doesn't do shit. It's probably like armor class like what, fucking 5.
Oh yeah.
And they're
4.5.
I'm being kind. But like they're sitting there prancing around, and like if you want to call them armor, I call them 2 spoons on tits, but whatever.
Right.
And they're like got these really skinny bodies, and I'm saying they're like I am not that. I am not this. But he made me more confident about my body, because I've always been made fun of about the fact that I'm mixed. So I have.
Oh, dude! Shout out to the boy. Let's shout out to the boyfriend for that. Shout out.
He's pretty awesome. He's pretty awesome.
So you said you were mixed earlier. We talked about this. Give us your mix. Give us your mix.
Oh, geez, oh, Pete. Okay. So my mom is Venezuelan.
Okay.
And then my dad is German, Irish, and Cherokee.
Jesus, that is amazing and crazy, because your liver is awesome, but also not that awesome. Right? You know what I mean?
I have all like the temperamental backgrounds, but then apparently like I just canceled myself out, because I'm just like the most docile person. I'm like, can we just all get along and be honest? and but my 2 older sisters, like we're always telling you, like my dad, which by the way, here you go. Here's a shocker. Hold on to your panties, because my dad is a Southern Baptist preacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
They're all from Alabama, but I went with my mom.
Roll Tide. Sorry, I had to. We're brainwashed.
Look,
we're brainwashed.
If we're gonna talk
we're
about
brainwashed.
Football,
we
fucking
all
Kansas City Chiefs is where I'm going. Okay.
We're brainwashed.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But like, so he told me one day, he's like, it's the craziest thing, and I was like, what, Dad? And he's like, you're the most docile, most mature person out of the 3 of you. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I heard that you're like the mediator between them. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you know why, right? And they're like, no. And he's like, because they got all of your mother's temper and all of your mother's curves and all of your mother's personality as far as like the spiciness. And he's like, and you're the most docile. You're the most goofiest, and you're the most docile out of the 3 of you. And I'm like, I will pride myself in that. Like, right? Because you have never seen a Latina mom get mad when she says, I'm fine. No.
That's the end of the end, right?
That is the end. That is when Armageddon will come via Latina woman's hand. You do not want to and forget trying to get all 3 of them mad at me. Like when I say it's not a big deal.
Oh God.
Forget trying to say calm down.
Gas on fire.
Hell hath no fury. So I'm definitely, I take after my dad a lot. And I didn't actually, going back to body stuff, I didn't actually get my curves until well into college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I quit my ballet studio because at the same time, I was doing ballet, and I was also the kicker on my football team.
Oh,
so
no shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Did you play soccer back in the day, or just kick on the football team?
I played some soccer. I did a lot of more field hockey.
Okay.
But one day, like, I was just taking a couple of kicks with my friends, and then my stepdad and the coach were there, and they're like, your daughter really knows how to kick. He's like, yeah. And so they're like, well, you should have her try out for the football team. He's like, okay. I mean, I played peewee football when I was little.
Oh, cool.
And so he's like, well, she's got a temper on her. I had a temper when I was little because I used to beat up all of the other guys in the football team.
Oh.
Well, because I was small.
Yeah.
I was a scraggly little redhead with pigtails that, like, if you ever, like, tried to steal the ball from me, you better fucking run because I'm going to knock you over, I'm going to straddle you, and then just beat the living shit out of your face.
Now, have you graduated through that? You're not
I've grown.
You've grown. You've grown. You've grown. Except for maybe in D&D, you might take somebody down a little bit.
Oh shit! I'll tell you what my character is in D&D.
Please go.
Okay, I'm a gladiator.
Ooh. All right. Talk to me. Talk to me. What are your strengths? What's going on? Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm a gladiator. I'm a human gladiator. My name is Saga Severia. Yes, from He-Man.
Okay.
Yes, Severia.
Very cool.
Saga from my favorite comic. So I'm a gladiator, and I carry a great sword, a great axe, and then I have claw cufflings. And then I'm like the protector of the group. I have an armor class of 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I have no sneak whatsoever. Like chainmail for days. Like ching, ching, ching. Forget me trying to sneak. I have athletics, acrobatics. And then, of course, like, you know, I have a major experience in, like, great swords and long swords and all that jazz.
So my best friend, like I say, is Dungeon Master. He's awesome. I love him. And he created a character. We created a character together. I rolled the dice. I built a character. I built kind of like a Wolverine-type character. You know what I mean?
Shit. Okay.
But
tell me more.
I know, but I'd be honest with you, my daughter's character is stronger than mine because I don't play anymore. I haven't played in a while. I've been too busy. I know, I've been busy.
Dude, I'm a single mom. Do the thing.
I know. He's gonna be mad at me. If he was here right now, if Greg was here right now, he'd be trying to recruit you into a game for sure.
Come into my game. Yes, please. We need more players.
We need players. Yeah. Actually, you don't now because D&D is out of control. It is super. So another thing he taught me too. This is crazy. Okay, so every single fucking video game needs to give D&D, and I'll give the shout out to Greg. Greg taught me this. Greg, love you, brother. So every single fucking video game that we play today, whatever it is, whatever fucking game you can play, it doesn't matter. Like hit points was created by D&D.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Before that, it was Pac-Man. You got killed by the ghost, you died.
Yeah.
Pac-Man didn't have hit points. Did Pac-Man have hit points?
No, he just died.
He just died. Or the fucking thing where where the aliens
the whole
would, whatever the old school.
Sure.
And D&D created hit points, which is bad fucking ass.
Yes, it is.
And when I play any video game right now, I want as many hit points as possible.
Okay, so what video games are you playing right now, though?
All right, so I love Borderlands.
Fucking Borderlands!
Borderlands is shit. Borderlands is shit.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, Borderlands is shit, and of course I'm playing Avengers, but I put that on the shelf because I got the stupid fucking. So obviously you know Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy. Mm-hmm. Okay, right.
Yes.
So they came out with this thing called Battle Chasers. Have you heard about Battle Chasers? Have you heard about?
No.
It's the Xbox version of Final Fantasy.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Is it
addictive as fuck.
Oh,
it's just addictive. It's just addictive. It's so bad. Like it's like okay, the clock. I'm like I gotta get out here. I gotta go. I gotta shower. I gotta work. I gotta do everything. And I just one more battle. You know how it is, right?
Oh, I do.
Just one more battle. One more battle.
One
just
more.
one more.
One more.
Like it's the drug. It's like come on, one more. And it's you're chasing the dragon, just like South Park. Chase the dragon. Yes. That's the best South Park ever, isn't it? South Park did it.
Oh, you're blaming South Park. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. South Park did it, man. They did it. So yeah, but like it's just so fun. So where are you right now? Are you guys doing a weekly D&D or just every once in a while? What are you doing?
Well, so for the Twitch shows that we're doing right now, we're just doing Chronicles of Darkness, but the D&D for geriatric, yes, we're doing that every other week. So every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Shout out
to my friend Ashley.
Shout out to Ashley.
Oh my God, she's fucking hilarious. She's my poison. We feed off each other because she understands my dad jokes. I have really bad puns, and she's just laughing along with me. But so Geriatric is at every other Tuesday. Next Tuesday we have one coming up. And it's 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Chronicles of Darkness is this coming Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m.
There you go.
On Twitch.
Get on that. Twitch it up.
Reality Plays.
Twitch it up.
Twitch it up. And then we have 2 more shows coming up as well. And then we have really raunchy, like, Halloween special for Geriatric. where we're like wearing ugly sweaters, and then like we're gonna have like 2 like orange handprints that we paint on our T-shirts, being like Happy Humpkin Day.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really we're awful.
Jesus. You
We're
guys
horny
are
old ladies.
dirty old ladies. I love it.
I mean,
why not?
It appeases my dirty old man in me. I'm such a dirty old man.
Deep down inside, peel it back. Be honest with yourself.
I mean, I try to be loud and proud about it because I scare people sometimes because I'm like, blah, 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 really perverted joke. They're like, what?
Like deep down inside, I'm Bruce Lee. At least I think that, right? Like
it's okay.
I
totally
lie to
see
myself.
it.
I lie to myself, but that's how it works.
That's okay. I think I'm Muhammad Ali when I'm like doing boxing. Like, yes, a box, the punching bag.
Right.
So yeah, see.
No, that's great. That's great. All right. So let's go back. Let's go back to the other one, not D&D. The other thing.
Well, Chronicles of Darkness.
Yes. Talk about that.
So I'm trying to think. I can relate it to a lot of shows. So like there's like Buffy.
Okay.
And then let's see. There's Vampire Diaries. There is Supernatural. So it's kind of like that same vein, where you're going out and you're killing the baddies.
Okay.
So you're fighting against all of these monsters.
Is it like first person shooter? Or
no. So Chronicles of Darkness is an RPG. So it's a tabletop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that we do. That's this coming Sunday.
Okay.
So my friend Ashley also plays Artemis, which Artemis Pendergrast is her character, which is a lone werewolf. So she actually doesn't belong to a clan anymore. Like she fucking goes on her own.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. She works for the IRS as an agent. And so she tracks down all of these like different like baddie characters, and it's funny because her story works in the same universe and in the same storyline as William Ravlo, which is a vampire.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they kind of switch off doing the GM. So one episode, she'll be the GM, and the other episode, my boyfriend, Kevin, which is awesome. Shout out to Kevin. Who is the other GM, which they're both fantastic in their own little ways. Ashley is like dynamite at doing Polish accents and coming up with these really awesome stories. We make fun of her because we're like, you always kill children, but like, but she comes up with these fantastic stories, like these huge twists.
Scary.
Yes.
But that is good horror though. Like
it
great really
horror.
It's great horror. Yeah.
She does fantastic. And then Kevin Zarnicki, which is my boyfriend, but he's a really awesome guy. He actually is the author of Crimson, which is, I believe it's a Catalyst Games kind of situation where it's Shadows of Darkness. Yeah. And so he has a different approach on writing, but he also is a voiceover artist. And so he does these really, really interesting voices when he is the GM. Like, I don't know how he does it, but he's able to do demonic voices without any sort of special effects. And so he'll fucking scare the living shit out of anybody when he's doing the gym. He's like, rah, 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 I'm coming to evil you. Da, 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 da. But they both are fantastic people. I've known Kevin for 10 years. We actually met when we were doing a Dungeons and Dragons musical.
Shout out Dungeons and Dragons musical.
Yes, it's called Roll Initiative.
It'll be on Broadway in 2025. You know that, right? There'll be a Broadway.
Yeah.
It's on the it's on the way.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it will be. If it's not done by me, it will be eventually. Because I was in musicals for so long. I do admit I was in musicals a lot because I sang when I was in college and high school.
You better keep singing. Don't stop singing.
I do need to. Like my friends will take me to a karaoke bar and I'm sitting there singing Queen and I'll sing all these kind of opera songs and they're like, "You never told us you sang," and I'm like, "You never asked."
Never stop singing, especially if you can do Freddie Mercury.
I love Freddie Mercury.
Amen.
So hard.
Amen.
Oh my God. That and Journey they're both my like evil pleasures.
Crazy good vocalists, both of them. Journey's vocalist is amazing too.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about vampires real quick.
Vampires, yes.
Vimps, okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned it. So obviously, of all the vampires, what's your favorite type of vampire story?
Well, it's difficult.
I know.
It's difficult because I was obsessed with vampires when I was younger.
Yeah, so go ahead. Throw it out there. Like put it out there. What's your favorite type of vampire? Is it the crazy like bloodthirsty one, or is it the one that like seduces you and you're in like blah blah blah, right?
So Blade.
Blade? Okay, yeah. All right, nothing wrong with that. Wesley Snipes, shout out to Wesley. Blade is great. Blade's great.
I love Blade so hard.
Blade's great.
I'm definitely an actions movie girl.
Okay, so you like that?
Yes, I do.
Over Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
See, I'm an Interview with a Vampire guy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
That's
it.
what I am.
They exude.
Anne Rice is my girl, dude.
I mean, fucking Anne Rice. I've read all of the Anne Rice.
Oh my God, Vampire Lestat is the greatest book ever. If you haven't read it, you got to read it.
You need to read it.
You got to read it.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm gonna hashtag real quick. We got to give it up to Ashley Marie Jones. She just did a Vampirist movie, and when it comes out, I'll text you right away.
Yes,
I
please.
can't wait. Andrew, where you at, brother man? Right, there's my man. My man, he did the sound for it. That's my guy right there.
Oh shit.
He did the sound for it. He's on IMDb.
Yes.
This dude's on IMDb right there.
Oh man, congratulations.
Yeah, he's awesome. So, so shout out to that movie that my friends. But anyway, so you like that. So then you like the crazy vampires, in other words. Like,
Yeah, well, so I like the vampires that fucking kick all of the ass.
okay,
Yes.
like 28 Days Later type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I'm majorly into all of like the action-packed vampire movies. Although, like, I absolutely fucking love Nosferatu. All the ways.
Oh dear God, is that scary as fuck? You watch it today, it's great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
It never gets old. But
No.
like I absolutely love a lot of the older movies. Like I'm working on seeing, like I've seen Nosferatu, obviously Bride of Frankenstein, stuff like that. And I'm working on seeing The Invisible Man. I have not seen The Invisible Man yet.
The original or the remake?
I've not seen either.
Okay.
I've not seen either.
Okay.
But I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, The Invisible Man's tough. If you want to watch a good Invisible Man, I swear to God, if you really do, not a scary one, but a funny one, is the one with the comedian. I'm gonna lose my mind here. Come on, the guy who was in Caddyshack. Help me out.
Come
on.
Nope, it's not coming to me.
No, come on.
Wait, no, hold on.
It's gonna kill me. Come on. He had his own.
He looks
Anyway, they did a comedy show,
Yeah.
like comedy Invisible
Yeah.
Man. It was actually really good. It was really well done. I can't think of what his name is right now because my brain doesn't work.
Rodney Dangerfield?
No, it'll kick in here. It'll kick in here real quick.
Okay.
You know, anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go back to Invisible Man.
Yes.
Let's go back to Invisible Man. It's a great idea. It's a great concept.
Yeah.
They made a bunch of cool movies of it.
Right.
I just never liked how they did it. I never liked what they did with the Kevin Bacon, the Invisible Man. They did a Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
Invisible
they
Man.
did. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
There's a lot of them. I've never been a big fan of them, but God, I can't remember his name right now. Help me out, Andrew. Help me out. You gotta help me out with this.
He's phoning
He's
in.
phoning. He's got to do his phone right now. All right. So, but anyway, let's go back to this.
Yes.
So, what other vampire movies do you like?
Oh, let's see. So I did recently watch, I think it's Vampire. Van Helsing.
Oh,
The anime.
Did you like that?
Helsing, yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes. But I have not seen the actual real anime.
Okay.
I saw the abridged version of Helsing, yes.
Ooh, speaking of good vampire anime, remember Castlevania?
Yes. And I played the video game. I played the side-scrolling video game that they have out now.
They got a new one out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
The original one on Nintendo was the best?
I never played the original one.
Never did?
No.
Okay.
Here of late, maybe 6 months ago, pre-COVID, I was playing for the very first time, a side-scrolling Castlevania, and I was like, I fucking can't do this. It's hard. And so my boyfriend was like, well, maybe you should try something that's a side-scroller just like it. So I ended up playing Salt and Sanctuary.
Oh, never heard it. Good?
It is really good. It's delightfully adorable, but it's very, very dark.
Okay.
It has kind of like this. It's on the same vein of Castlevania, but it's kind of also like D&D.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with hit points and with magic skills and bastard swords and bulwarks and all that jazz.
Oh,
yeah.
that sounds fantastic.
Oh my God, it's great. You should look it up. Well, I don't know if they have it for Xbox.
Damn it.
I mean,
Xbox, help us out, brother. Come on.
I mean, I don't want to cock tease you and all that.
PS2, PS9, or whatever it is right now.
The PS5.
They're coming out. What are they coming out with now? The new one's coming out, right? The new
PS5.
Is that the new one that's coming out?
Yeah.
And I heard it's like the solid state drive is ridiculous.
Yes. When I get the monies, I might get it.
The monies?
Yeah, when I get the
chase
monies.
the monies after it. Like
Yeah.
I heard the solid state drive on this motherfucker, the new one that's coming out, is like 2 terabytes, something crazy like that.
Yes.
Something crazy like that,
Yes.
right? And they figured out a way, so the solid surface drive, how it works is amazing because it literally is because we used to read off a disc, right?
Right.
Right, spinning the lasers off it. They have figured out a way to match that, and that's what's in our phones, by the way. They figured out a way to match that on a level of just literally like rows and columns,
Right.
and sending the signal back to your computer and stuff like
Right.
that. But I guess the PS5 now, is that what it is?
Yeah, PS5.
Is like there's no loading time. They say there's no loading time. What the fuck?
It's insane.
I miss loading though. That's when you can drink your beer.
I know.
You know,
I know. You can't rest. You got to go and get a snack.
Right.
And
The
come
loading.
back.
Do you remember Resident Evil
Yeah.
when you used to go up the stairs?
Do I remember Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, you could go to the bathroom. You
Yes,
can go
you
to the
could.
bathroom and come back and the loading of the stairs. You could literally go to the bathroom and the loading was
No, it took forever. But it was you got used to it. You had a routine.
right.
So when it was loading,
Right.
you would go and get your fucking popcorn and you'd come back and then you keep
Then
playing
you do it.
or, you know.
But now they say the PS says they're not going to be loading anymore.
No.
The new one is not going to load
No.
anymore. So I don't understand. I'm already programmed. How am I supposed to play my stupid games with my phone and check
but
my fucking
the
stupid?
thing that you're missing, buddy, is that us old people,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
we like to wait for things. We wait for things. We're okay with being patient.
Yes.
These old whippersnappers who can't wait for anything.
Right.
You know, the talkers and all
Talkers.
this whatever.
Talkers.
Yeah, fucking TikTok.
I
And
know.
so
Amen to that.
I know. So all these TikTokers are all about no, we can't wait. We has no wait. We must have it now. Right. And so of course they're gonna have to make something that's pshew, and hey, I'm playing a game.
Are they going to put fucking commercials in the middle of my Halo game? Am I going to be beating a boss and the next thing I have a commercial? Is that what's going to happen next?
If that happens, I'm gonna lose my mind. I will lose my mind if I am in the middle of
And
Dynasty
then you hear a Coca-Cola commercial?
I will no, okay, not the business.
Yeah, but
I won't
if it's
do it.
Brad Pitt's on a Coca-Cola though? Is that okay or no?
I'm not into Brad Pitt though.
But I am. I mean,
okay, well, fine. Tell me all about your Brad Pitt.
No,
love.
I mean, I like Brad Pitt. I do. No, but I'm just saying, here's the deal. Is that where they're gonna go? I mean, they've already I heard they have already product placed in video games. They're putting fucking Cheetos in video fucking games.
Yeah, they are.
That's insane.
It was a funny story. So last night, I was sitting with my boyfriend Kevin, and he played me commercials and a radio show of Vampire the Masquerade or Bloodlines.
More vampires. I love it.
I love vampires.
Vampires.
That's his persona. So I was just pretty vampire. 6'4", 6 foot everything. He's got long red curly hair and and then my upstairs neighbor thinks she's I don't know who this guy was, but he came and knocked on my door to deliver a package. I was what does he look like? She's he's got long red hair and he looks like a fucking sex god. And I was oh, that's my boyfriend. And she's girl. So yes, I might be dating a vampire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, he's wonderful. He does a lot of stuff considering what his condition is because he actually has porphyria.
Explain that.
Porphyria means that he's basically allergic to the sun.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
We need vitamin D. What the fuck?
He has to get vitamin D in other ways.
Shit.
He gets it from vitamins and stuff like that, and he has to eat as healthy as he can. I mean, we don't eat terribly healthy at night, especially when we're playing our PC games.
Yeah. Well, the sun is a gigantic nuclear reactor with gigantic radiation would kill us all.
It is.
If we left our magnetic electromagnetic field, it would eat you alive.
That's
so
right.
I get that.
Yeah.
But he's healthy though, right?
He's very healthy.
Okay.
He takes care of himself very much, and he does his voiceover work, and then he's a voiceover teacher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can check him out, Kevin Zarnicki or Kevin R. Zarnicki voiceover.
Shout it out.
Yeah.
Shout it out.
So last name is C as in cat, Z as in zebra, Arnecki.
Oh, he's a CZ, so he's
Zarnicki.
Russian or Czechoslovakian. Am I close? What is CZ? What is that? I don't even know. I'm trying. I'm guessing.
I think it's somewhat Polish. So
Polish. Okay. Polish. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was close. Some Northern European. Sorry, I'm terrible
some
with
sort
my.
of Nordsman.
I
have
don't
no idea.
know anything.
But yeah, so you can check him out. He does voiceover work, and he teaches voiceover lessons. But he also does like occult lessons. So he's big into the occult.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And this is your guy.
This is my guy.
That's your guy.
We're.
And you guys are gigantic gamers, and he said he's going to be part of your business that you're going to open, or you are
opening? No,
opening?
they actually invited me to be a part of their business. So, so my friend Ashley is also his best friend.
Okay.
They've known each other for 10 years as well.
Okay.
Ashley, I've just met maybe about a year and a half ago, but we've become bosom buddies ever since then.
Very cool.
And so they were getting this company up and running. And then they decided to invite me into it because I was like secretly like taking care of their business for them, and I was like, okay, I can do this. You don't need to do that. You need to do this, and then you like lay out all this plan. And they're like, we need you to be the COO of the company, and I'm like, oh.
Well,
okay.
you got the energy for it, no doubt.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah,
no,
no doubt.
well, so Kevin's the dreamer, and Ashley is the
Dreamer.
whipper. Right. Oh my God. Yeah.
He's a dreamer.
Yes, he's the idea man, and then Ashley's kind of like the person that keeps our accounting in check. So she's the CFO, and then I'm the COO. So I make things happen. Apparently, I'm like the mover and the shaker. So
Gotta have them.
yeah. So it's a fantastic business. I'm super excited about it. I'm getting more into GM. So I've never GM'd before except for one time, where I did a Pathfinder game. Where I brought all of the people into the pits of hell to save somebody.
Oh, no! Don't just gloze over. Don't just yada
Can't
that.
glaze over
No. Come on, let detail that. Let's go.
So Kevin has this dear friend named Mike Murphy who was working with me to try to build up a Pathfinder game for Kevin's birthday. I was actually no. I correct myself. It was for my birthday, but I wanted to run it for him because I wanted to run a game for my birthday because I'd never done it before. And so Mike's like, it's totally easy. You're a playwright. You'll be fine. Because I used to write plays in college. And he's like, it's just like that. I'm like, okay. So he sat on the phone with me and built out the game. And then he's like, okay, we got all these notes. I'm going to write you up a game. I'm like, okay. So like a week later, he's like, I have your game. I'm like, fuck me. Okay. So I ran this game where it takes place in like a cyberpunk kind of setting. And hell and heaven are considered two corporations. Heaven's like way up there, and the corporation's like up in the the Empire State Building kind of scenario. And then hell is like way down below in like hell. And the devil, or the CEO, the president of hell, was taking these people in and enslaving them and taking their souls, and more souls that he took, the stronger he was. And so they had to solve a mystery as to where this certain person's soul was taken. And so we had the wizard or the sorcerer of the group had to take them down to the pits of hell to find this person. And so it ended up being absolutely great.
Sounds cool.
It was really cool. Like I told Mike, I was like, it has to be like really fucked up, and they're going to hell. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, yes. And hell is a corporation. He's like, I'm listening. And so it was really fun. I got a little bit tweaked out about it because I don't know how to, I don't know how to do dice rolls. And he's like, you could just roll a dice or act like you're rolling a dice and be like, oh, yeah, you won. Oh, no, it was a critical hit. And I'm like, oh, okay. So my first time running Pathfinder was absolutely wonderful. But now, I'm trying to play more and more games to get a little bit more of a handle on it. So right now I'm involved in, the Dungeons & Dragons game for Jerry Atchwich. And then I'm involved in a Star Wars game.
Ooh.
Yes.
Star Wars game. What are you talking about? Talk to me.
Okay, so in this game...
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to misery.
I know. Well, so Kevin is actually fighting against the Sith side right now. Like there's plans to fight against the Sith side. So he's got like I can't give that away. I probably shouldn't.
Oh, spoiler.
Especially
Kevin, spoiler, sorry.
I mean, I don't believe in spoilers. I think they're like appetizers for what's to come. But anyways, but I try not to.
Amen. True.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. But like, Kevin's like, I don't want to spoil this for you. I'm like, no, spoil it for me. Tell me all the things. But so he's fighting the Sith side right now. And then my friend Ashley is playing, a hired killer. I'm playing a mechanic and pilot. And then we have another secondary pilot. And then we have someone who used to be an Imperial soldier, but, has retired and seen the light. And so it's our little motley crew going into space. We just got done doing a raid, picking up a land speeder. We stole the land speeder for somebody else. Yeah.
Well, I feel bad for that person that got stolen from.
No, they're totally shit. Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. So I'm playing Star Wars right now, and then I'm also playing Riffs.
Okay, explain Riffs. What is Riffs? What's going on?
I'm so glad that you're like explain Riffs. Usually when I talk to other people who do RPGs, I'm like I'm playing Riffs. They're like, but why?
No, I want to know. Like, there's so much out there. And by the way, listen to everybody that's even listening to this. And I know Maddie's out there right now listening to this. I know Maddie's out there. This shit is our fucking future, dude. Like, there is so many people playing these type of games right now. Like, it is out of fucking control. Like it is beautiful because it's fun and people don't hate each other on it. And they enjoy it, and they find their own rooms that are cool rooms. Right. They find their own lobbies or whatever you want to call it, and they find each other's interesting things in it. And I'm super excited for it. And anybody that poo-poos it, fuck them. You know what I mean? I think it's fantastic.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, it's a little tough because there is a lot of gatekeeping in the RPG community and in the gaming community
Okay, explain gatekeeping.
Oh boy, howdy. Okay.
Yeah, go.
So. Let me try to give an example. So if I got one. Kevin was telling me about a story where this girl went to Gen Con.
Okay.
And she was dressed up like, I can't remember. I think it was Katana or something like that. Which one is it? One with a face mask.
Katana?
Katana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Katana,
okay.
Yeah.
So she was dressed up like her, and she did like her own rendition of it. Like it was fucking badass. She had the swords, she had the blades and everything, and she really did a good job. And she's a attractive woman, in her own right. And this guy came up to her and he's like, really nice costume. And she's like, yeah, thank you. He's like, do you play Mortal Kombat? And she's like, well, I'll play it every now and then. What the fuck, man? Why are you wearing a costume when you don't play the game? And she's like, I do play the game. I really like the costume and I like the concept and I turned it into my own. And so that happens a lot, especially.
Yeah, but he's just a hater. That's just a hater.
It's gatekeeping though. Like it happens a lot, especially with women. And gatekeeping happens everywhere. Like because I used to work as a mechanic. And they would always like test me when I would say, okay, well, A, B, and C is wrong with your car. And they'd be like, well, you know nothing, you're a woman. How do you know this? I'm like, sure, ask my boss and see what happens, friend. And so, but it happens everywhere. And in the gaming community, because women are like really coming into their own as like GMs and game designers and, writing like world ideas and stuff like that, there's a lot of gatekeeping as far as, saying that they basically don't know what they're talking about, or I've done this forever and I've been a geek forever and you don't know what you're talking about. And it can derive from many different places, and one of them is a lot of these people who used to be like made fun of because of the stuff that they were into, because I was made fun of a lot because I was big into horror films and like I was big into just all things like weird and strange, and I was made fun of a lot in high school. But these people took it with them. And now that RPGs are becoming more mainstream, they're like really testing the boundaries within their own community as far as like, well, you've only been playing for 2 years, so you shouldn't be doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, bullying in that level, huh? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like, why are you trying to bite your own? Why are you trying to cannibalize a community that is so loving and
It's
so...
because they need more hugs, and it's because their mom and dad didn't love them enough. Like, that's what it is. It comes down to, like, because there's no way they would ever pick on somebody for being super free in that venue. Like, because that's the best venue.
Like they consider it their safe space,
Yeah,
and now they're making fun of other people.
That.
For,
It's
like,
everybody's space. It's not their space.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a little scared of doing it only because I've only really delved into RPGs the last 2.5 years.
Right.
You know, I was big into video games. I was big into Ultimate Werewolf and all kinds of like board games. You know, like Mansions of Madness and stuff like that. Fucking Catan.
Fucking Catan.
Fucking
Catan's addictive as shit.
Oh my god. Or Letters to Whitechapel. Have you ever played that?
No.
Oh,
Hashtag, write that down, Andrew. What is it?
Letters to Whitechapel.
Okay, I want to play that.
It's a game about catching Jack the Ripper.
Oh, we got to play that. Write that, hashtag that shit.
It is really fucking good.
If you compare that to Catan, then I want to play it. That's all I'm saying. Not compare it, but your brain switched there. It's a good game. It's a good game.
It's an absolutely great game. It's right up there with Ticket to Ride if you've ever played it.
I have played Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride's a great game.
You're talking about an addictive game and like 4 a.m. You're like doing a do-over.
Ticket to Ride.
I made my train from San Francisco to New York. Fuck you.
And then you get the bonus for the longest route, and it's like, God damn it.
Yes. You know, one time I started from Orlando, Florida. And I went all the way around the United States, all the way through LA, then all the way to Dallas, and I went all the way back to Orlando. And I snuck that shit in. And they're like, well, I've got blah, 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 blah points. And I was like, I've got 200 trains. And they're like, fuck you. I'm like, when you don't pay attention.
So Lindsay is talking about Ticket to Ride. So if those people out there that do not know the game at all, please try it. Please play it one time. It's addictive as fuck. It literally you're literally being in the train system.
Yes.
You're the Rockefellers.
Yes.
You're literally the Rockefellers.
Yes, you are.
You're the Rockefellers.
Oh my gosh,
But
yes.
it's fun because it's not like Monopoly. It's fun.
No,
it's not like at the end of Monopoly. Here's the deal.
Monopoly.
Do you know the creator of Monopoly? Do you know the guy that actually created Monopoly? He created Monopoly to try to tell people how bad capitalism was.
Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
The guy. If you look it up, he created that game to try to like push it in the face. Somehow the game became super famous, and everybody that plays it, somebody cries when they're done. By the time the game
or a table gets flipped.
Oh yeah, you're fucking flipping that board.
Fuck everything.
How dare you roll up? How'd you get on free parking again? That's not possible. And you can't get on free parking again.
You can't put me in jail.
You can't put me in jail. Yeah, no, it's so funny. Oh God, it is crazy. The game culture has been amazing. You know, one of the parts about game culture that's amazing to me, and this is something I'm not a part of, and I don't think you are either, but I respect the fuck out of it. Is like the sports games, like the basketball and football and shit. They got a whole. They literally have their own channel going on right now.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I used to watch the Kansas City Chiefs religiously. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you a Pat Mahomes guy right now or no?
Pat Mahomes. Yes.
Pat Mahomes. Poems.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's been a good journey. The video game situation has been very cool lately, and the uptick in gaming obviously has been crazy with COVIDs, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. So the fact that you guys are doing that, I hope you guys the fucking best.
Thank you.
I'm excited for, like, obviously the whole entire VR situation. We're gonna live through that. Kind of like I like to think it like this is how I like to think of it.
Yeah,
the whole VR situation is like, imagine if you were like 8 or 9 years old and it was 1920 and Henry Ford created the Model T, and everybody's riding horses, and then by the time you're 40 years old, everybody's got cars.
Yeah,
that's what I think VR is going to be. Like, we're going to go from like everybody doing cartoon, like everybody doing with this,
being
in it, or or Elon Musk Neuralink. I don't fucking know.
That's going to happen.
That shit's going to happen for real.
I need to tell you the story of my very first experience with VR.
Go.
I nearly pissed myself.
That's all. That means it's good.
So like I played. So PS4 has a VR.
Okay.
VR goggles, and so I played this game called Rush of Blood.
Oh, geez, that sounds disgusting.
It's not for the faint of heart. And so I played the game, and so it's like this little roller coaster. and you go through like all of these different monsters that are like rushing at you, and then you get kicked off the roller coaster, and then you're in this old house, and it's completely pitch black. You don't see anything, and you just hear creaking because you have headphones in too, so you don't hear anyone else around you, and you hear creaking, and then all of a sudden you look down, and there's fucking half a body like trying to grab at your feet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. I had my big, this is great. I had my big burly friend play it. Like he's like a big bear, but like, you know, if you saw him in a back alley, you'd be like, okay, no, I'm not going to piss this guy off. But like he played, and I told him nothing. I told him nothing about it. I did not tell him boo. And I was like, you got to play this great game. And I was like, you're just going to be on a roller coaster, be fine. And he's like, Lindsay, what the fuck? Lindsay, what the fuck? Why am I in a house? What the fuck? What the fuck? What's the fuck? Oh my God! And he screams the most high-pitched scream I've ever heard in my entire life. And he's like, I hate you. I hate you. I love the game, but I hate you.
It is that way.
It's intense.
Yeah, dude.
It's intense. The graphics don't even have to be that good.
And they're getting better every fucking day.
Oh my gosh.
Every day.
Yeah, I played the Jaws game.
Yeah, you played Jaws game?
Fucking shark coming at your face in the cage.
I played a Batman game that drove me fucking nuts. It was like the Joker scared the fuck out of me. It was a really good VR thing. And the funny thing is the technology is going to get better and fucking better.
Yes.
So they had a problem. It's cool. Like they had a long problem with VR was the extra delay. So a lot of people were putting the goggles on and the problem was when they were moving around they were getting sick. They were getting motion sickness, right? You know that? Yeah. And they fixed that problem. And ever since they fixed that problem, now every gamer out there is going crazy right now. Yes. So like I'm worried that like shit, I need VR in this fucking building. You know what I mean? Like we got to get it in here. Like I'm worried that people like aren't like they're not gonna leave their fucking houses because it's gonna be so.
You need to bring VR up in here.
I gotta get VR up in here.
You need to have some sort of like Mortal Kombat battles.
Ooh. But not dark, not
Your
dark
soul
mirror.
is mine.
Yeah, not dark mirror Mortal Kombat though. That scared me.
So wait, have you played any of the Mortal Kombat?
Not new ones. I mean, obviously old ones. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
oh, you mean like test your might?
Yeah, no. Yeah. I played. I loved when they mixed. My last Mortal Kombat that I played is when they mixed it with the Justice League.
Yes. They have.
They still got that with it. Mm-hmm. Dude, if I can be fucking Green Lantern, I'm fucking Green Lantern. See you later.
He is like fucking badass
he's awesome.
these days.
Yeah,
oh
awesome.
my Lanta is great. But here of late, they brought in RoboCop.
Oh, no way.
Yes, they did.
RoboCop's on it?
Yes, they fucking did. And they brought in the Terminator.
I'll buy that for $1.
No, so you can have RoboCop and Terminator fucking fighting each other.
No way.
And so, guess what?
Well, Terminator would kick his fucking ass. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh,
well, okay, yeah. Wait.
In fictionary world, right?
In fictionary, but like in the game, there's a point where the X-ray comes on, right?
Okay.
And Terminator like just burns himself up for whatever reason and turns into his skeleton. Okay. And then you can't hurt him. Like at all. Like he does not get damaged. Like there's nothing you can do. You could fucking take a rocket launcher to him and it would just be like, bleh, bleh. You don't hit me. And so so when he turns into a skeleton and like one of his X-rays is like he has like a shotgun. And he he gives you the thumbs up and gives you a wink, and then he just shoots the absolute fuckery out of you. It's great. I love his X-ray. His is awesome.
Interesting. And that's on the newest one? Mm-hmm. All right, sweet.
Yeah,
that's because it's PlayStation. Don't hate me, right? Is it PlayStation?
It's PlayStation.
Yeah, don't hate me.
Well, you just need to go and find.
I know. I just needed to buy both. I guess. God damn it.
I mean, you can.
I need a loan. Andrew, give me some money.
Find a cool friend who has.
Yeah, kind of friend. Yeah, got a good friend. Yeah,
they're here. They're here.
So let's talk about this real quick because this is fun. Cause I want to hear your opinion about robots. Okay, robots. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been on a gigantic fucking platform talking about since the COVIDs. Google has hooked up to the quantum supremacy. Have you heard about this?
Oh my God, no! Please tell me more.
All right, so yes, I'm
in my own little bubble over here.
No, I want to educate everybody in the world about this because
learn me something.
So there used to be a thing called binary language, right? You know binary language. Now we have quints. Okay, so
What the fuck is quince?
I know what the fuck is quince. You say, okay, I'll explain to you the best way I can because I've watched a bunch of the shit on fucking Google and I don't get it. They're proud of it. If you Google quantum supremacy right now, they'll show you what the fuck they're doing. They show you what they did. So here's the deal. Okay, so I'll explain it to you, and then I want to hear your opinion on this after this. Okay, so Google used to have 14 warehouses full of supercomputers. Supercomputers are gigantic computers, right?
Yes.
And they, you have to cool them and blah, blah, blah. They got these gigantic warehouses the size of fucking football fields, right?
Yes, right, yeah.
And they would collect all the data. Okay, they built this quantum computer. It's the size of a large garbage can. Okay. It does the same power that 14 fucking warehouses of supercomputers does.
How is this possible?
Okay, so I don't know how to explain it to you because it's something that I've been looking into and I've been trying to figure out myself, and I cannot wait till a physicist.
What is it, like a fucking TARDIS?
No, no. So here's the best way to explain it. The best way to explain it is this. Okay, and I'll explain it with this, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So a quantum computer can figure out if you have four kings, like cards, right? Four kings, right?
Yeah.
And a quantum computer can tell you if you flip over two of the cards 2.3 times, it can tell you what the other two cards are every single time.
Jesus, okay.
Right? That's a quantum computer. I mean, that's a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A quantum computer says that you can flip over one card and it can tell you the other three cards.
Shit.
In order.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's called a quince. Okay.
A quince. Okay.
So, right. So the idea is that you got binary language, ones and zeros.
Yeah.
It works as like the best way to explain it is that if the ones and zeros were the four kings, right?
Yeah.
The ones and zeros in that one could tell the other four kings, the other three kings.
So they talk to the other.
I have no idea. It's crazy as fuck, and that's the shit that runs our phone right now. That's the shit that runs our phone. I'm trying to learn with that, but my question to you is,
yes.
When are we just gonna like let that take over our gaming systems? Like, when are they going to do that? Like, when is that? Like,
I would say that it's probably not far off.
Right.
It's not far off. I mean, we're already like at the point where it's like man versus machine.
Right.
Absolutely. So it's not going to be far off. I mean, we're getting to the point now where, there are those like glasses that you can wear where you can basically play video games with, not the VR glasses, but like just basically like glasses that are attached to neurotransmitters.
Yep.
Where you can play games like that. You can play games with a glove that's on your hands, and you can basically play it like this when you're doing your PC games,
right?
Where you're just tapping away with your fingers. I don't think that we're that far off because what I was saying before, people in this day and age are more impatient than they have ever been before because of
how want it now.
They are all about. I mean, we have Amazon drones for crying
Jesus
out loud.
Christ. It's so funny. Like I get mad when my internet goes down. Like, and it's like, what? Why am I mad at that? Like, I should be happy so I can actually read a book or something like that, right?
Can I just tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I really get super happy when my internet goes down, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because if I have to hear one more song of Vampirina from my daughter, I'm going to lose my ever-shitting mind. And so I'm like, so when the internet goes down, I'm like, oh no, the router's gonna, what are we gonna do?
Let's play, don't play Monopoly.
Don't play Monopoly. So like, my daughter's very precocious. So like, she knows all the things. And she's like, Mama, I don't think that you're being entirely honest. Now, are you? And I was like, of course I am. Like, and let me tell you, speaking of virtual school is not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. I love that. That's a great quote. Can we quote that? Can we quote that? Virtual school is not for the faint of heart. That's a quote. Put that on a shirt.
Oh my God. Like, I'm going to be surprised if I don't have split personality disorder by the end of this because I sit myself in between. So like I parked 2 play tables on either side of my couch. And by the way, like Chicago schools, bless you, they loaned out a fuck ton of Chromebooks for kids that don't have their own devices.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I work with my laptop and my iPad like I need it. And so they Beaubien Elementary School, which is in Jefferson Park, they immediately started loaning out Chromebooks to all of the students, as much as they could. And so I have my daughter on one side using her Chromebook and my son on the other. And because they're like 5 and 7, they don't fucking listen in class. They're just all about like the videos and the numbers and the shapes and the Elmos and the shit like that. And so like I have to listen out, and I'll have like their stack of stuff on either side, and they're like, okay, you need this book. Okay, page 37. Okay, here you go. And then like my son's like, Mom, I need my whiteboard. And I'm like, here's your whiteboard. Yes, and number 3 is drawn like that. And my daughter's like, hey, Mom. I'm like, hold on 1 second. And so my partner and Kevin helps me out as much as he can.
Yeah.
But like this is like a crash course for him. Like this is like crash course in dadding 101 because he's like still trying to understand what being a parent is. And
shout out again.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It is not easy. And so I have to tell you a funny story though about virtual learning. So you're gonna have to hold on to yourself here because my son has gotten he's gotten rather fond of a certain word.
Uh-oh.
I heard it one time, and because I'm an inappropriate person, it's very hard for me to reprimand my kids when they curse.
Right.
Right. So I heard him, like, drop a toy, and he's like, "Oh, damn it."
But that's kind of cute, though.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, it's great. It's great.
It's kind of cute.
But, like, yesterday, so, like, my daughter and my son are like 2 peas in a pod. They absolutely love being next to each other. And he was really sad he didn't get to play outside with her because he was in class. And so I was like, okay, well, go join Annie's, like, PE class, virtually, whatever. And so I, like, go and do my, laptop-y, worky things. And all of a sudden I hear Annie go, oh, my God, Baxter, what the heck? And Mom, oh, my God. And she's, like, screaming. And I'm like, what's wrong? And so, like, I run into the room. She's like, Baxter showed the whole class his penis. And like, he just dropped trow.
Oh, no.
In front of, like, the entire class.
Oh, my God.
And
how
like,
old?
He's 5.
Jesus.
He's like, he's 5.
Jesus.
Like, he doesn't understand the concept of cameras.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even, like, pull his pants up. I just, like, took him and like, carried him into his room, like, sitting there, like, holding him pantless. And I'm like, Baxter, why? And he's like, I had to pee, damn it.
Well, to a 5-year-old, nature calls, dude.
I mean,
nature
when
calls.
You gotta
right?
go.
You gotta go, right?
I mean,
to a 5-year-old, absolutely,
right.
You gotta
and
go.
So,
That's simple math.
I just and I hear Kevin in the other room just die, just dying laughing, and he like tries to come in, and I'm like, nope, he's naked. He's like, okay.
Oh God, that age is so good. It is so 5-year-old, so good. It really is.
It is
like
good.
It is a great age, man. I've been able to be blessed with a beautiful 9-year-old so much, and going through the steps of it. And 5-year-old was super fun. I'll be honest with you. As far as a parent goes, once your kid gets out of diapers, it's awesome. But the diaper situation is a serious situation. It's a demanding. It's a demanding situation.
Buddy, I have never. Oh man, I cannot. Hand on heart, I cannot smell beef stroganoff.
Oh my God! Stop. Now I literally I'm gonna puke a little bit. I just
like I can't.
You literally it came up now. It came up.
Like,
it came up.
It's like
no, stop. Just stop right now. Just stop because it's
awful.
like literally you're making me hurt right now. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
But changing diapers is awful.
Oh, dude, it's the one when they potty train. Oh, it's like heaven.
Did you bribe them? I bribed them with M&Ms.
Oh, that's a secret. That's a good secret. That's a great secret.
You give them an M&M per you give them one M&M for pee and 2 M&Ms for pee.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. You know, so funny to say that. I know this is crazy to say that.
No, tell me.
No, so Matt Spiegel, who actually I know, he sang in a band with my cousin who played with, but he's Matt Spiegel's also a very famous dude that plays on the Score 670. Mm-hmm. He used to bribe his kids to go to baseball games. Uh-huh. So he'd go to baseball games. Every time the guy would get a hit, he'd give him an M&M. And my daughter, when he told me that, I did the exact same thing you did. So I got that M&M thing. I did the whole treat thing. Yep. Not M&M, but just a treat. Do something good, you get a treat. Yep. And I know it's like treating them like dogs, but at the same point, come on. Come on. It absolutely works, it works.
I tell you what, because you like D&D, you can apply D&D to parenting.
Talk to me.
Okay, so it's something that Kevin came up with. It's absolutely brilliant. He's like, I'm like best out ever. And I'm like, okay, tell me all about it. And so he came up with this thing where he purchased 200 of these doubloon Pirates of the Caribbean coins. And so every time they did a good deed or they did a mission, or they
a mission,
or they went on patrol for shadow monsters, they would get a coin, and so they would save up. And he created this whole shop of things that they could get. Like they could get magic potions that turned them into dragons, and he would have dragon wings for them. Or he had like wands, or he has swords for them that they can purchase with coins, or like adventure bags. And so that's how we bribe the kids to behave. Or like, all right, you're going to lose a coin for this. And like, no, I don't want to lose a coin. I'm like, okay, you're like 10 coins away from getting like your coin chest. And so that's how we bribe them. Or we bribe them for like doing patrols at night, which is like our tradition now. Before we go to bed, we take them out on patrol. So my daughter dresses up in her witch gear and my son dresses up in his dragon knight gear. And, you know, I bring out my huge bulwark with me, and you know, Kevin has like his sword and like his cape and stuff, and we go on patrol. We like walk around the block, and then we like figure out a place where there might be a shadow monster, and they take turns killing the shadow monster, and they win 5 coins.
That's awesome. That's smart. And they love it?
Oh my God, they eat it up.
That's great.
They absolutely eat it up.
Dude, that's a great idea.
They are both big into it. So I'm hoping that
you're creating new game monsters.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you are.
I know. They're my little monsters.
New dungeon masters.
I know.
You know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fun, but like I will say, just shout out to all parents in COVID.
Shout.
Oh my God. You know, it's really hard. I will say that like it's a tiny bit easier. Like I have to say that like polyamory kind of like works really well with that because we're polyamorous, and so you know, Kevin is my primary partner, but we have other partners, and so like it's really healthy for us to have that space away from each other so that we also get out of the house.
Yes.
And get a change of scenery.
Yes.
And we can actually be adult human people and not just dad and mom.
Yes.
And so,
well, that was, but we talk about it all the time. Like you need that change. We're ants. We need to crawl over each other. We need to get out of the. We need to get out and do our jobs. We're ants.
Right.
You know, we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have
absolutely.
To. Yeah.
And people are like, how do you know? Like, how do you do polyamory with like jealousy and stuff like that? I was like, you don't have to think about it that way. You can think about it as like your partner is wanting you to be able to have a break and be in a different environment so that you have a ability to have a rest. It's really healthy for your partner to be able to go out and do their own thing. And although like he is my best friend and we will talk about, you know, things like Predator all night long, but like it's good for him to have a change of scenery, just like it's good for me to have a change of scenery. And it's kind of like you back each other up. So that's kind of how we've dealt with, you know, COVID and like being on top of each other and, you know, having the 2 kids in the house. And, you know, I do have like my ex-husband who sees him every now and again, but it's just basically us in our own little pod. And so being able to like be each other's backup or like trying to figure out how we can divide and conquer or how we can get each other out of the house is like the biggest priority, because like there's so much things that are bigger than us right now. We have to kind of do the best that we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta find your time for yourself and be happy. You have to.
Yeah.
And by the way, it seems like you're doing great because you seem very happy. You seem like you're kicking ass and taking names.
Thank you very much. I love that saying.
Yeah.
I mean, there are really bad days. Like I will say that like last week, like I almost was brought to tears because trying to figure out how to help my kids and like seeing like, I'm sure you know, like seeing all the assignments that are coming over on Gmail and like Google Classroom and stuff like that. And like, because everybody is using Google virtually, there's continuous like failings of like not seeing assignments or like being kicked off of like the Google meetings. And you feel like, oh my God, I'm failing my kid because you're not able to like catch up.
But you're not, as long as you're there for them. As
right,
long as
absolutely.
you're there. It's not measured by curriculum. It's measured by time and love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's not. You can't. The hardest part about this whole thing, and believe me, I've gone back and forth with a lot of my good, really, really smart friends. My daughter actually is going to school, but my friend who's a teacher is at home. You know what I mean?
And it's so hard for them to reach their students across.
It's so hard. But here's the best part: they're trying at least.
Right.
That's the secret.
They're trying.
They're not, and they're coming up with they're coming up with crazy things. Like I love. There's a bunch of teachers that are coming up with different ideas. Mm-hmm. They're downloading different things. They're trying to get their students to do something different, something unique, and like, once again, I will say this forever and ever. After the Spanish flu, we had the Roaring 20s, and I hope we have the Roaring 20s again, like the Roaring 2020s.
Yeah.
Like, I hope girls wear flapper dresses.
Fucking flapper dresses.
I would. Next time I see you, if you're wearing a flapper dress, I'd be super happy.
I mean, I am. I'll have to tell you about that, but I'll tell you.
Oh, there we go. But then, like after World War II, we had the British invasion, right? We had that thing, right? You know, after Vietnam, we had Martin Luther King, blah 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 blah. You know, like I'm hoping that we'll get some quote unquote patriots or heroes to step up and do their thing that we do, and we all follow them. We need leaders, blah 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 blah. You know, we're playing that game. I don't want to get in politics or whatever, but the problem is, me and you play so many superhero games, is that we're always looking for a superhero. We're always looking for a leader.
Right.
We are. And and here's the deal: the leader is in every one of us. You being there for your friends, you doing the thing for your kids. You know, one of the coolest quotes I've heard through this whole entire thing was one of the podcasts I went over. The Zen master said that tend the garden you can touch.
Yep.
Isn't that not beautiful?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely gorgeous, and they are absolutely right.
Tend the garden you can touch.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, my grandma used to say the same thing. They're like, only peel the apples that have dropped from the tree.
Right.
And yes,
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Only peel the apples from the tree, right? Because you can't get up in the tree, you'll fall off.
Right. Exactly.
I can't touch Nancy Pelosi. I can't tend that garden.
No.
You know what I mean? I just can't do it.
I'm literally just dealing with the world that I have in front of me.
I'm gonna try to make sure that you're cool.
Yep.
Maddie's cool. Andrew's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna try to make sure that tonight's night, everybody's good, everybody's safe, and then we move on.
Yep.
And tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah.
The sun's gonna fucking rise, no matter what. You know, it's so funny. Like, I heard some crazy thing that, like, somebody told me, like, out of I know this is kind of crazy, but like we literally we have 100 years on this planet if we're lucky, right? 100 years on the planet if we're lucky, right? And the dinosaurs had 200 million years on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm jealous.
Yeah, we're
Those
a little jealous.
Those fucking tardy lizards, what the fuck, man?
They dominated way better than we did.
Yeah,
they were way better.
I don't know what
than
they had tinier brains than us, man.
Well, they dominated way better than we did.
I mean, come on now.
We need 200 more. Could you imagine the human race in 200 million? Like, we've been here for 150,000 years. Could you imagine the human race in 200 million years from now? What the fuck are we going to be like?
I would think that. Well, there was like that interesting. I don't know if you saw it. The interesting article that was. I can't remember who posted it. It was some sort of like tech newspaper, but like they posted an article about what the human race will look like 100 years from now.
Yeah.
And how our faces have altered. Like, our eyes are going to get a lot bigger. Our mouths are going to get a lot smaller. Ugh. We're going to be either very skinny or we're going to be like glued to chairs. So like WALL-E is not far off from what we could possibly be.
Dude, science fiction is just fiction that hasn't happened yet.
Well, they have to get it from somewhere.
Right.
So, and because like, you know, one of the things is that we could be hunched back because we're taking so much time looking down at our phones all the time.
And also we're like,
yeah, we're slumped.
Yeah, we're like,
we're slumped.
We're totally like this. Yeah.
Yes, all the time. I have the worst posture. Like
Ever.
right now, I'm actively trying to stay straight.
I know.
And it's like,
do you know? Isn't it funny that like back in the day, like Homo erectus, like that was like how we became.
That's right.
Homo sapiens.
Right,
like we stood up.
Right.
We were proud to be stuff, and now we're going backwards. Like we're like literally like
we're
constantly
regressing.
Yeah, we are
regressing.
We're regressing.
Right.
I just give me the Neuralink, Elon. I'm done. Just load me down. Download me into a computer. I'm done.
Put me into a head on a saucer and like a little bowl.
Yeah. like Futurama. Like, God damn it! Like Futurama. God damn it.
Futurama. That entire thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. It's fine.
God damn it.
Simpsons did it. I will be an attractive head. It's fine.
Simpsons did it. Even though it's not Simpsons, but it is Simpsons.
It is Simpsons. Essentially, it's Simpsons. Yes, absolutely.
Simpsons did it. God. It's so fun. Well, Lindsay, I'm going to fucking tell you, babe, this has been super duper fun. We got to get your ass back up on the stage again.
Yes,
This has been super awesome.
Yes.
Once again, give a shout out. Tell about your businesses one more time.
Yeah. So please check out Third Shift Realities on Facebook and Third Shift Reality Plays on Twitch. And you can also find us on Third Shift Realities on Twitter. And then if you want to find my wellness page, it's just Lindsay Kaye Wellness on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Dude, I want to give a shout out to Maddie, once again, my producer, and Andrew, killing it. And thank you.
Yes,
and
thank you,
Lindsay,
Andrew.
this has been a fucking blast. Lindsay Kaye. Lindsay Kaye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for rocking and rolling tonight. We're going to do this again next Wednesday. Please come check us out. Check out all of her gaming, and maybe we'll DD someday, okay? I'll get my Wolverine character out.
Yeah,
all right.
You can friend me.
All right, shout out. Love everyone. Be safe.
Thank you.
Lock and load, everyone. Always. Thank you, Lindsay. Peace out.
Have a good night.